Moral conflict. The driving inspiration in noir storytelling is moral conflict, the intense inner turmoil to maintain your empathy, humanity, and moral code against the relentless desires, seductions, and corruptions of an unsympathetic world that doesn't reward you for playing by the rules. The life of a Blade Runner is a dichotomous emotional journey, filled with light and darkness, hopeful triumphs, and cautionary tales alike, as you make one impossible choice after another and then live with the consequences. Soul searching. A detective's life is not without its respites of deep reflection over a stiff drink or warm embrace. This job forces you to process your choices, come to terms with your regrets and failures, and ask the hard questions that weigh what you think is right or worth fighting for. What makes us who we are? What it even means to be human? Every step deeper into this world will challenge you to reevaluate who you really are, what you're truly capable of, how much you're willing to justify or sacrifice, and just how far you're willing to go. Hello, and welcome to Electric Memory, a Blade Runner campaign set in the world of the films and using the system, published by Free League Press. We are also using the Roll20 virtual tabletop, including the music provided within the platform. As a content note, this game deals with many of the same themes as the films, including unreliable memory, mistaken identity, mistaken heritage, and the loss of innocent life. Viewer discretion is thus advised. The game also presumes that player characters will be Blade Runners, part of a semi-autonomous unit attached to the LAPD. As an Angelino, I can tell you straight up that the LAPD sucks. They have always sucked, and they will probably continue sucking until the heat death of the universe. This show is not meant to be propaganda in any way and works instead to highlight the corruption and abuse inherent in institutions like the LAPD and anyone else given literal licenses to kill. I really love how everyone grins when I say the LAPD will continue to suck until the heat death of the universe.
Sounds like a good time, is what most of us are thinking.
None of you are at risk of getting pulled over on the 405, I'm
Is that
just
where they're gonna suck
saying.
us?
Okay, no, Aaron is. Aaron is at risk of getting pulled over on the 405.
Oh, I thought you were saying something else.
I also thought for a second that's what they're just going. I was like,
How
oh, okay,
rude!
spicy Rachel tonight. Jesus.
No, that is not what I meant. Just
Don't threaten
all
us with a
cop
good time.
all cops are bastards. Anyway, that out of the way, players, my well-behaved and always decorous players, please introduce yourself to our audience.
Totally well behaved all the time. Hey everybody, I'm your friendly neighborhood changeling. I use any pronouns. Give them all to me. I will eat them. You can find me all over the internet as Am Changeling and on Etsy at Thornkind, and that's where I sell very gay stickers. So many gay stickers.
They're always
And
happy.
yes.
Does that mean they like our sticky site together?
Wait, what? Oh,
That's a
well,
terrible joke. Continue.
No, it was good. It was good.
I got it. After
did I not get a pun? And then tonight I will be playing Quinn Kinsey, who uses any pronouns. And okay.
What?
Hello, everyone. I am Erin. My pronouns are she, they, they. You can find me pretty much everywhere in some fashion as Great Cthulhu. Um, Tonight I'll be playing, depending on where, I assume we're picking up right where we left off. So I'm playing a still shit-faced Evie, Tafana, whose pronouns are she, they.
Hello, it's me, Big Dad. I assume I'm supposed to talk, even though I was not mentioned earlier as the polite players. Uh, I'll be playing Evan, The replicant with the sweet ass apartment. That's all I need to say at this point.
Hi there, I'm Eric at Modern Recluse Online, and tonight I will be playing Foster Worth, who is always fostering worthwhile relationships.
Hello, my name is Leo. You can find me here on Twitch at Leo the Black doing shenanigans, and today I'll be playing Tanner Rigo for you, where he was surprisingly not present for Dutch's funeral service.
I am going to give you the chance to rewind in case you wish to be there.
Okay.
Does that mean do we need to reenact our mini eulogies then?
Well, no, because that's what the recap is for.
Oh, right.
I guess, yeah. Yeah, sure.
It's up to you. You could have been beating up on Wade. You could have attended the memorial.
I just had nothing
No,
to say.
I would have attended the memorial. He was close enough to Dutch to at least attend the memorial.
All right. Well, in the script, that's the first scene we're going to cover. So.
Hello, everybody. My name is Steve. My pronouns are he, him, and tonight I am playing Cassius, who has just decided to crash at Evans for the first time and is impressed by your apartment. Also, I'm the only good Blade Runner on the team.
Hold the fucking phone.
I mean, now
Do
that
you want to go to
Dutch is
fucking war,
dead,
Cassius?
I don't know. Let's go ask Holden. Anyway, hello. I am the GM for this motley crew of reprobates. Yes, I called you reprobates. Go look it up. So you can find me Stolen Fires pretty much everywhere on the internet, including Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, the Burning Bird app, whatever will replace the Burning Bird app. Oh my god, someone please send me a Blue Sky invite. I want one so bad. Anyway, Aaron, would you mind reading the recap of everything that happened last week, please?
Excellent, I will. A summary of the information on the assassins is compiled by Quinn, but Foster seems determined to not let the info get out just yet. He wants to tell Holden first and contacts Wallace Corps. That's a little odd. After a little Palm Pilot parkour, the blue-haired techie is able to send out the info. Foster leaves the office with an eerie warning. Chills go down Quinn's spine. Outside Quinn's lab, Foster gives a call to Wallace Corps' PR for a meeting. He's set up for a meeting with Love. When that's arranged, Detective Worth heads to Holden's office, but he's not there. That's way out of character for Holden. Foster makes his way to track down his boss with direction. The medication begins to wear off, and Cassius slowly blinks to consciousness. His blurred vision catches Holden snoozing in the guest chair in the sterile-smelling hospital room. After some banter, Cassius's boss tells him he pulled some strings and got him some upgrades. Just don't pull the stitches. Take it easy. Cassius makes a report on what he can. He hopes for a paid vacay, but this shit's gotta be resolved first. Just as Holden is about to head out, Evie walks into Cassius' rooms. She's got some things to tell her boss. Detective Tefana shares the information about Quell and demands that she gets permission to bring Quell in and to talk to Neander Wallace. Not gonna happen. Wallace tells the FemV, oh, I love that, thank you, tells the FemV that he needs them to get closer to Neander, which will suit both their purposes. No guns in mouths, no matter who it is. Rude. Evie promises to be a good girl and has passed a dossier on her contact. It's revealed that Dutch was the liaison with the UN. With Dutch gone, that job is passed to Evie. Later, she wants to talk to Holden about the person who got her into Rep Detect. After Holden leaves, Evie checks in with Cassius and gives him a heads up about the Wallace suits posted outside. The two go over the information that Quinn had sent. Cassius also hears about Evie's visit with Jessica Yutani, who she's going to see about bringing as a +1 in an inconspicuous way, inconspicuous way as possible. With all the information out of the way, the two give Cassius a look over, and he looks surprisingly well. Maybe a little too well, which plants a small seed of conspiracy theory in Evie's head as to whom it may have come from. Cassius' concern is that he now owes someone, and is at his hospital discharge. That fear is somewhat confirmed, as he owes absolutely nothing. He asks for his records to find a bank account number. Perhaps Quinn can do something with that. Time to go meet up with the rest of the team. In the spinner, Cassius' curiosity gets the best of him as he asks about Evie's friend that got her into being a rep detect. She lies, saying the person is just a reference on a resume, stuff like that. He claims they met through her old job and elaborates with more lies. Cassius is confused why a friend would let Tefana become a rep detect, especially with their disdain for police work. She relents a bit that the friend was in the department too. There were medical bills to pay, not exactly a lie, and doxy work doesn't have insurance. Maybe this was a good friend after all. Evan checks his KIA and then journeys to the break room for about 4 coffees. A little pause to talk to that one guy who hates him. Scrungling back to his desk, the 4 coffees are spilled on his work terminal. Oh no, it's broken. Oops. Evans goes down to records for the info he was looking up. Records on a previous officer, Evan Grant, and a particular senator, Bannister. While records keeper looks up things Evan needs, he traverses down to the armory for a BFG, a big fucking gun. You know, for the assassins, of course. After his self-assigned tasks are done, he looks over the records. The looks of the senator give him really, really bad vibes, like an abusive ex. Alani Davis was listed as the detective on the case of the senator's death, and replicant involvement was thoroughly debunked. Right. Senator Bannister's properties were now belonging to Earl Grant, who, along with his wife, was listed as deceased from a gas explosion. Done with his information gleaning, Evan heads back to his desk with the BFG poking out of a duffel bag. He's amused by his coworkers' blossoming anxieties at his strange behaviors. Quinn's KIA rings. It's Faiza! Quinn is concerned with Faiza's safety and health. She should be. But Faiza is only concerned with who is behind the attack at the facility. Kill Magazine's owner and editor is up her ass about the story. Since when has Kill's owner given a damn about replicants being viewed as victims? The blue-haired geek tells Faiza they're still investigating. Well, maybe Quinn should just come out and help Faiza investigate the desert. Sounds like a plan. We all meet up for nudes and info exchange. The first subject is Quell, Evie's new task, and Evan being found in a parking lot by her. He stares off into space at the recollection of his job's redundancy. Foster tattletales on Quinn sharing information with the team, the very team that's sitting there. After the protocol rehash, Quinn tells them about the call with Faiza. They all object to cooperating with her, and the investigation that needs to happen in the desert. At the mention of the desert, Evan gets the same feeling as when he saw the picture of Senator Bannister, which brings Evan to disclose his desire to investigate the cover-up Senator Bannister case. Foster greatly objects to digging up old cases and threatens Evan with the cold case basement. Evie double checks with Holden that Evan for sure passed his baseline test, which he did. Detective Tefana presses Evan that the Senator Bannister's case isn't a rabbit hole worth going down. With all that out of the way, Cassius gives Quinn the bank account number for research. A deal is struck that he'll owe the techie 4 dinners of nudes. Worth it. She finds a phone number associated with the count and that it's a Wallace Corps account. Wallace Corps now owns Cassius Insides. 3 down, 3 to go. None of them should be alone right now. Oh, sorry. 3 down, 3 to go. Possibly? None of them should be alone right now. So Evan invites Cassius to stay at his place. Evie invites Quinn to stay at their place. But Quinn reveals she lives with Joshi. Everyone seems quite surprised. The message comes through everyone's KIA. It's time. Dutch's private memorial. In a cadet theater that is a large photo of Dutch Olson with a giant memorial wreath, reused for every memorial, of course. Jessica Utani showed up as Detective Tefana asked her to. Surprisingly, Faiza has also shown up, flying under the radar somehow. It's that crack work at the LAPD, that's why. Holden makes a coughless speech thanks to an inhaler. We notice throughout the speech he never speaks in a discriminating way against replicants, but we pick up that he's part of the Impetus movement, the anti-replicant faction. It's also clear that he blames himself for Dutch's death. Faiza is scribbling vehemently in her notebook. Quinn gives a short but sweet speech about Dutch's true nature of kindness. They also created a slideshow of candid snapshots displaying Dutch in good light. Cassius steps up and gives a much less than flattering speech. resulting in a ceramic coffee mug being chucked at his head by Evie. While an inappropriate display, it gave him the answers he needed regarding Evie being or not Evie being or not being a replicant. Evie storms
Half
up.
of them.
Evie storms up after Cassius, giving a much better speech while insulting the rest of the Reptitech department. She also calls out Fiza having infiltrated the private memorial. She downs her flask and storms off. Evan's speech is a tribute to how much he thought and knew Dutch didn't like him, but that he owes the solving of his personal mystery as a tribute to Dutch, because he's the one who had told him about it. More appropriate speeches are given by other members of the department to end on a much more positive note. Fiza makes eye contact with Quinn with a motion to call her. Quinn gives her a cautious thumbs up, Joshi noticing. She asks what that was about. Thank you for that. She asks Quinn what that was about, and they talk for a moment. Quinn explains a bit of what's going on. Joshi knows it's not Holden's fault, but plans on blaming him and using it to her advantage. Evie approaches Jessica Utani, and Miss Utani gives her some choice advice on why the rich are rich and the poor are not. Self-control and particular skills. Approaching Quinn before leaving to confront Fiza, Evie asks for help with some neurological records. She isn't told the whose, but sees there for one Lottie Tofana. The readings look somewhat normal for a comatose patient on track for waking up, if she manages to live, in 1 to 3 years. As far as Evie's hallucinations and the activity bursts, there's no correlation. Evie gives her thanks and goes off to find Fiza, but not without Quinn telling her fellow NB to meet them after for a place to stay. That's totally gonna happen. Wink. Cassius arrives with Evan at Evan's apartment on floor 98. The door person greeting him as Mr. Evan. Cassius is taken aback at Evan's shockingly luxurious place and furnishing. The recovering Reptitech comments on it, and it reveals that it once belonged to the dead senator, and that for all Evan knows, he's always lived here since he can remember. He also tells Cassius about his neighbor living in the dead detective's apartment in similar luxury. Neither pay rent. Detective Worth's appointment takes him right away to special projects, to Love's office. One of Neander Wallace's angels. Apparently, Foster has a bit more info than Love does, so he catches her up. His intention is to avoid a PR nightmare. He wants to pin the blame on Weyland Yutani. Love says that it truly was Weyland Yutani. They borrowed Wallace Corps' mercenaries. Foster is intensely interested in protecting Wallace Corps, as well as upgrading himself for his assistance. Both believe Joshi can be a key for more cooperation from Reptitech. She's fully invested in keeping relations smooth.
Awesome. Thank you so much for reading that, Aaron, and thank you, Ever, for your delightful note-taking. It was very funny. We were all amused. All right. So, because we did not have Tanner with us last week, we are going to rewind a bit and allow Tanner. So, essentially, what's going on is hold on, let me play DJ a little bit. There we go. So there's not enough time to organize a formal for the family funeral. And so what the department is doing is everybody sort of shuts down operations for about an hour or two, and they collect in one of the God damn it, Ben. They collect in one of the meeting rooms. And so there's a big picture of Dutch and a big wreath of synthetic flowers that they always bring out whenever there is a death on the force. And this is just a chance for everybody in Reptitech unit to have their own semi-private ceremony. There's a couple of people here who are not on the force, but they're keeping to themselves, so no one's gonna hassle them. And so, as in the recap, you would have seen people come to the podium, say whatever they were gonna say, and so at some moment during the unfolding events, Tanner would have had a chance to take the podium and say anything that, anything the spirit moved him to say about Dutch.
Yeah. So I'm at the podium right now.
Mm-hmm.
Body in front of me. Well, this isn't a funeral. This is just like a guy, like in a conference room.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna walk up and I'm going to.
There's a photograph on an easel if you need an object of reference.
Gotcha. Okay. So I'm gonna walk up and I'm gonna say, Dutch was I kind of like Dutch just because the fact is he was a no bullshit guy. We got things done with him. I will say that. He did a little cleanly, obviously, but we got it done in the end. I didn't know Dutch for long, but I knew he was good friends with our boss over there. I'm sure those two were best buds. It just sucks that he had to have a bullet in the dome. It really does. It's very useful. So, with all point ado, I'll take like a bottle of scotch, but like this. This is the Dutch.
So do you drink it or do you pour it out?
No,
Or do you
I'm
put the
actually gonna
whole
take a
thing in there with
swig.
him?
No, I'm gonna take a swig and then I'm gonna be like, one for Dutch, right on the floor.
Okay, so you're gonna do both.
Yep.
Okay, cool. And so all the other eulogies unfold as they did last week. As the ceremony is wrapping down, and so everyone is sort of broken up. No one is going back to their desk just yet because they've also provided a whole bunch of snacks. Just synthetic pastries and coffee flavored beverages. And so people are sort of just gathered essentially around the water cooler. They're talking about Dutch, they're talking about other things. And two plainclothes agents approach you, Tanner.
Okay.
And they say, "Oh, that was that was a pretty thoughtful speech you gave there."
Yeah, well, that's how Dutch would have wanted it. No bullshit at the end.
Yeah, what was that you poured out for him?
Oh, a little bit of whiskey.
I don't.
His
I'm
favorite
supposed to.
drink. You've never heard that before?
Oh no, I just wondered if you'd let us see the label.
Why?
All right, go ahead and give me.
I feel like I have something illegal right now.
This would probably be, yeah, insight. Go ahead and give me an
Insight.
insight check, please. And the better you do, the more information you get.
Sweet. 1. Well, I'm gonna try to push this 2 though.
All right.
1.
Okay. Well, so Discord, the Discord chat has figured it out. You cannot remember their names, but you know their department. These guys are internal affairs.
Oh. Jared, what's internal affairs in this world?
So essentially the cops who police the cops, they are the ones who investigate corruption, misuse of force. If a cop does a murder while on duty, they watch the watchers essentially.
I haven't done any of that though.
I'm sorry. What was that, Mr. Yakuza ties?
Fuck off.
What's your character class? Remind me?
Dirty cop. Good point. And who? Well, it's kind of weird seeing you guys sniff around here. Well, maybe not. This is a police station after all. What
We're
can I
here?
do for you?
We're here paying our respects. I'm so sorry. My name is Darius Armorin, and this is my partner, Hestia. And you recognize Hestia as a replicant, and I'm going to put those names in the Discord. We just want to have a friendly conversation. We've heard a lot about you.
Oh yeah, how so? Love to
Just
hear it. Popular guy.
rumors. Just rumors, water cooler talk, friends you might have been seen with when off duty. That sort of thing.
Like who?
Oh, I'm not sure that right now is the right setting to talk about all of them. But, we're just curious. What's your buddy Dido Valeri up to?
Remind Jared who's died of period.
That is your key relationship. The friend who hates you and has threatened you into giving them a Chinyan point to pay for what is supposed to be a course that gives them a
Oh.
better chance of getting a colonist visa.
Ugh. God. I'm gonna rub my head and be like, oh. Honestly, he was my roommate at one point. I'm not really home. So,
Oh yeah, I mean, what can you tell us about them?
honestly, seemed like he was run down. Had nowhere else to go. Thought about being a good, gracious guy and just housing him.
Oh yeah, nothing about them trying to get off world?
Off world?
Sure, isn't everybody trying to get off world?
Yeah, but he may have said something about it, but like you said, everybody usually tries. I just take it with a grain of salt. Usually it doesn't happen just because it's stupid expensive nowadays.
Oh, yeah, so you wouldn't really know anything about them trying to maybe use your connections to get a. I use connections in obviously the most non-judgmental way possible. Uh, about them trying to get a falsified visa?
Falsified visa? No. And if somebody potentially lied to me, I'd kill him.
Oh, well, I certainly hope you wouldn't do that,
Well,
Officer Tanner, because that would be a complete violation of
yeah, you're right. That's
Valeri's constitutional rights.
yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. My emotions kind of like thing is I don't like using my connections like that. Like especially I use them to help me, not to help criminals, if you know what I mean. So
Do you
yes, I get a
think that
little expressive. So yes, I'd be very upset if that's what you say.
you often uh resort to lethal options?
Oh.
Just curious, wondering how you operate.
Me? No. Only when it's necessary.
And when is it necessary, Officer Tanner?
Well, when they I don't know.
Lie to you, abuse your connections, commit
Not at
fraud.
all. No. Oh.
I mean, if someone was falsifying colonist visas in my name, I'd be pretty pissed too.
Yeah, I'd be pissed. But I'm a very patient man. And you're right. Comeuppets usually come in time. Haven't you ever heard of karma?
Oh. I think, Officer Tanner, we are the karma.
Yeah, well, believe me, I know.
Do you? Really? What have you heard? What do you know?
Oh, guys, look official.
I just have to ask. Everyone else freaking out in Zoom. Is this what your characters are doing? Or are you just reacting?
No, we're still doing what we did last time.
Yeah,
We have not changed
Evie
the
has no clue
timeline.
this is going on. Evie's gonna go beat a bitch's ass.
Okay.
Evan's trying to
just yelling,
lure,
"Stop talking!"
trying to lure Cassius back to his apartment for the evening alone.
All right. Carrying on.
If we were doing that in person, he would stop talking.
But, anyways, I do have to be going. I have some investigations that I want to that I want to look into. So I hope you two have a terrific day, and I hope you guys find the person you're looking for, in my honest opinion.
This was a lovely, friendly conversation, Officer Tanner. I think we might need a more official discussion at some point in the near future. We'll be in touch.
Okay.
And if you hear anything at all that you think might interest us, hands you. So it's been Darius who's been doing all the talking, and Hestia has just been sort of like lingering in the background, just sort of glowering at you.
Wow, someone don't like me.
And so Darius hands you a business card with all of his contact information, should you feel it necessary to call him later.
Will do. I'll keep that in mind. Thank you.
Okay.
And that's when I like kind of turn around respectfully and go about my merry way. I'm also going to be looking around, and I'm going to text Wade. I am working with him, correct?
So last week, we just sort of piloted your
Okay,
character
that's fine.
as enthusiastically interrogating Wade.
Gotcha.
So let's say you've got a couple scabbed knuckles, and Wade has another black eye and is short a tooth or two.
Well, I thought didn't last night I kind of ghouled him to a certain extent.
I mean, I don't know how Tanner does the stress relief, but I mean, sure, he works for you, but not in like the supernatural sense of a ghoul being bound with loyalty.
Well, yeah.
If someone
Okay.
comes along and gives him a better offer, he might take it, he might not.
Got you. Okay. And that's fine. I wouldn't have like beaten the crap out of him or anything like that. Like, because
Okay.
like I said, we would have had a right now we have a mutual understanding currently.
Okay.
So but I would text them and be like, I want you to watch. First of all, can they track or read any text messages or anything like that?
Can who?
These internal affair people. Can they get that information? Like
Our KIAs are fully monitored. Yes.
Okay.
They can get a warrant. They're cops.
Yeah, if they get a warrant, so essentially, do you think that they have enough probable cause to go before a judge and say, hey, give us this guy's phone records?
Good point. All right. No, I don't. Well, let's just be safe.
Like just from that conversation, like, or
You're gonna be lucky if they don't go to both replicants that you know of in this group and tell us to monitor you.
Both replicants. Good point. Yeah, no, but what I would be doing is I'd be walking out and I'd be watching for a tail.
Okay. Go ahead and give me, what role would this be? Observation.
I'm going to re-roll this 2.
Okay.
Oh my god, really? 1. 3.
This is a bad sign for us. I'm just
Yeah.
saying that. There's an omen afoot.
All right, so where are you headed that you're watching a tail? Because right now you are in the Reptitech motor pool. So there's a whole bunch of spinners and people going into them, out of them, parking, landing, taking off, etc., etc. And so to really catch a tail, you would have to move away from the building.
Yeah, I would definitely move around. I'd probably go get some nudes, just kind of walk around and try to get lost in the crowd.
Okay. So with one success, you think you see someone following you, but every time that you try to double back and corner them, you can't really find them. You'll recognize them if you see them again.
Okay, so he's got a hunch. He's like, yeah, there's someone following me.
Sure, yeah, but you can't catch them.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do is it's good. Where do cops not go?
Where do cops not go? Cops go wherever the fuck they want to go.
Where there's
Oh, I know.
actually
Like,
crime.
So yeah,
Bad
I would say
neighborhoods?
Skid
crime-filled
Row.
neighborhoods like Compton, for example. The police don't go there.
I don't think. I
Often
think
isn't
Skid Row
that
is still on the
bad. It's
map.
Well,
here,
sorry,
though,
perfectly
right?
fine.
classically back in the day, back in the day, Compton was a no-go zone for cops.
You know
Uh,
where cops don't go? Jail.
How about Rag Row? Is that a place here on the map? It's right next to Kill.
Which one?
Rag Row.
Yeah, so Rag Row is sort of the rundown slum. And so that's not really a place that a cop would go unless like they need to make quota and they're looking for a couple easy tickets.
Yeah, so that's what I was thinking. I was thinking about going to like Rag Row, where I know I have some of my contacts, and plus it's a little bit more dangerous than usual too. So that way, like if they're caught as cops, they'll probably get spit at. You know what I mean? Like they're not welcomed, if that makes sense.
Okay. All right, and so what do you want to do while you're there?
Ooh. Honestly, I am going to take a back alley. I'm gonna go to like a clothes shop and I'm gonna look homeless if I could. Like,
Okay. Yeah, so there are enough there's enough things in dumpsters or in charity shops in secondhand stores. And you know, you don't even need a Chinian point, but you can like just buy a takeaway of noodle soup and give it to someone sleeping on the sidewalk. Like, hey, give you this soup for your sweater.
yep, that's exactly what I was gonna do.
Yeah, you do that a couple times. Cool. You look like a homeless person.
So, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to find another homeless person. I'm also gonna take dirt, smudge up. I'm legit gonna look. I want to look like Dutch right now. Back when I first saw him. And I'm gonna actually go to a alley where like because a lot of alleys have like a giant mountain of homelessness. So I'm just gonna go in there and I'm just going to sit for like at least 6 hours, 7 hours.
I have to
All right.
interject. Did you say a mountain?
Well, not a mountain, but like like in bigger cities, there's like I don't know how to explain it. Like
A
alleyways.
jamboree of despair?
I'll just tell you as a resident of Los Angeles, and Rachel can back me up on this. They don't use alleys. It's just sidewalks. There's just
Okay.
tents. There's kind of like tent compounds just set up on the
Yeah,
sidewalks. Under overpasses
so-
normally.
Yeah, basically.
But
essentially
yeah, I
what
would
Aaron
probably,
said.
if there's even like an empty spot in one of the tents, I'm gonna give them some money, being like, "Hey, just let me stay here for a couple hours."
Okay. And so do you spend what is essentially the whole of your investigation shift just laying low like this?
Mm. Could I do a check to see if I know if someone is following me?
You can make another observation check, sure.
Okay. Baby, let's not get caught by the. Oh, you gotta be kidding me! Oh, we're still gonna push this. This is a 2. Come on,
Okay.
a 2. Jesus,
We're
All right.
cursed.
barely.
You you know that there are eyes on you because you are a stranger in a place that you don't normally go. And go ahead and give me an insight check.
Should I re-roll that 5?
It's on a D10.
Yeah. Yeah, 2.
Also,
Okay.
you've just been rolling one higher. You were bound to get a 6.
Yep.
So with your Esper, or not with your Esper, with your KIA unit, and the reports that you file, it won't be difficult to track your movements if someone really wants to track you. So if someone is watching you, no, let them watch. Just don't do illegal shit in front of them
Good point.
or break department policy.
Okay. I was hoping to try to catch him. God damn it. Okay, well, I guess, yeah, I'd probably go out. Fuck. Oh my god, I'm about to go back to fucking Utani. All right. Yeah, I'd go back to Utani.
All right. So to clarify, a couple of questions. Are you heading to the air dock where you almost died, or are you going to their corporate headquarters in downtown?
So my initial goal is to take a flash drive and get the information from that lab and onto a flash drive. So, and Wade is kind of like the head security man there. He could probably help me out with that. So I'd be taking him with me, obviously.
Okay. Are you telling anyone else in Rep Detect what you're up to or where you're going?
I did tell them that was my plan beforehand, that I was going to go back to Wayland Utani to get that information. So I'm pretty sure they already know, but whether they come with me is another thing.
All right, well, let's play that out right now.
What did we
and
say
let's-
last time when you told us your plan? Do you remember?
Well, I told-
let's play that out right now. Let's assume that Tanner, you are sending a message over your KIA unit, telling your other squad mates. Well, what would you tell them? Hey, I'm going back to Wayland Yutani. Would you add any more details?
I would say yes, I'm going back to Wayland Utani. Going back to the labs. I might get myself. Well, no, I wouldn't say that.
We all get that
And-
message?
You all get that message. Would you send it to your new squad mate?
I guess, yeah. Full transparency.
Yes. So you all get that.
Foster would just be like, don't go
Question
alone.
for the storyteller.
Yes.
Did the Fast and the Furious franchise survive the blackout?
Oh no, what's gonna happen?
The first two movies, because
Fuck.
someone was assiduous enough to put them down on VHS, Everything else was on digital, so that was lost.
Damn.
I
I was
vote
gonna
for
talk about
als-
Fast 7 again, like the last time we did when you brought up this plan.
I will also vote that the other one that survives is the one where they go into space, just because it's stupid.
That's the offshoot technically with
Nice.
Jason Statham and
I don't remember Hobbs and Shaw going into space.
they doesn't the car go into space at the end? Isn't that a thing?
I don't think so.
I think it's 9.
Oh, is it?
Fast-
I
it's
fuck.
Fast 9. Yes.
Yeah.
Look,
All right. Well,
I
in
saw
this
Hobbs and Shaw in
universe-
theaters. Okay, I love that series.
In this universe, they went into space. They got eaten by a xenomorph. It's David's fault. Anyway, moving
Hold
on.
on, hold on. Their contract said they can't lose a fight. Therefore, a xenomorph couldn't eat them.
This is my universe, man.
This is
Everyone else just
bullshit.
lives in it.
that's fair. Be nice to God, otherwise she'll make our roles worse somehow.
So
So we get. I'm sorry. What is the contents of the text message exactly? We get.
actually, okay, so this is what I would say. I would say I'm just gonna go to the headquarters.
Oh,
and
like
I'm
the
going-
LA headquarters.
Yeah, the
Okay.
headquarters. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take Wade with me since he's headed security.
All
Uh,
right.
I'm not gonna say this in particular, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try
Well,
to.
all right. So just right now, what is the message that you're sending to your squad mates?
I'm going to say I'm going to Wayland Utani headquarters at the moment. To follow up on a lead.
All right. So this is the message that the other 5 of you receive. Respond as you see fit.
I don't think Evie responds.
Okay.
Who are those guys you were talking to?
Foster says, "Don't go alone."
I'm not going. I'm gonna text. I'm not going alone.
Are they coming
I
with
got someone
you?
with me. What'd you say?
Are those guys coming with you?
No, they're not. And then I just cut off communication there.
Oh, I will say when AV sees the Foster communique come across about hey, don't go alone, it's like Eve would be like, yes, we just literally got hunted by a Black Ops squad. None of us should be alone. Advice she's not going to listen to herself, but you know.
All right. Anyone else? Cassius, Quinn, send a response to this.
Quinn would also send the standard "Don't go alone." But I'm
No.
pretty sure they would be half asleep already in the apartment.
All right. So, yes, Cassius.
to Tanner, if that's the message that we got. Especially this is after the funeral or
Mhm.
memorial service. I truly and entirely believe you should not do that.
Actually, I have a
My response.
when is timeline wise, when is this happening? Is this happening shortly after the Jessica Utani is here? Still, or that's why I'm asking about timelines, because there is a Utani here right now that I could just be like, if you want to talk to Utani, there's one here.
So yes, that could happen.
Okay.
However, the question is, does Jessica Utani know what Tanner wants to know?
Right. Fair enough. I'll just Evie will just add as an addendum, like, oh, by the way, one of the Utanis is here. She's in the Black Veil. And
Alright.
Tanner can do with that what he wants then.
So basically what I'm trying to get is potentially dirt, and I want to dirt on Wayland Utani because I want to make whatever they're doing in that lab public.
Okay. Cool. That's totally legit. All right. So, you got the morning shift. Dutch's memorial, we're going to say, was the early afternoon shift, and so now we're coming up on evening shift. Tanner is going to spend his shift going back to the Wayland-Yutani campus to investigate. As much as all of you have said, don't go alone, is anybody going with him?
Not it.
I'm busy. So busy.
Okay.
Quinn is probably going back with Joshi to just relax and sleep and do other things.
Yeah, Quinn's waiting for Evie to show up and spend the night like she said she would.
Exactly.
All right. So, Quinn, you're just having a downtime shift with Joshi? All right, cool. Okay. What are the rest of you doing?
I'm probably going back to LAPD after my very productive meeting with Love, and gonna go speak to Holden. I would imagine.
All right. So, actually, Foster, before you leave Wallaceport, Love, as your meeting is winding down, will say, there's one more thing.
Oh,
Your deputy chief, Holden, I believe that's his name, yes? Holden or Haddon?
Holden.
Good. He's from the days of the Void Kampf machines. A little bit of a dinosaur. Times have changing, and we're wondering if he's changed enough to catch up.
Well, I could ask him for you.
Be circumspect. Don't give anything away just yet, but find out what you can about him.
Just how he feels about replicants in general, or
That's one thing we would like to know, yes.
okay, I'll call you then.
I await your phone call. Thank you so much.
Always a pleasure. So,
All right, so
pick
you're
up,
heading back
Kill
to...
magazine to take back to Holden to throw it on his desk. Maybe the one that has Evie's on the cover with her gun in somebody's mouth.
Okay.
Wow.
You mean that cover from like a week ago?
Yeah, I mean, it's probably, double.
Every
double published by now,
dentist's
so-
office across LA.
Yes, exactly.
Here's why
Pick
it's
one
so
up.
important to take care of your teeth. When someone puts a
Front page, yeah.
All right. Cool. So, Tanner is going to Wayland-Yutani. Foster is going back to Rep Detect.
So, I do have to say this. I would probably change my look, considering they know what I look like now.
Okay.
So I would try to change my look, and because of this, I am trying to infiltrate this place.
All right, we will focus on that when we play out the scene. Cassius, Evie, Evan, what are you doing for this shift?
I thought me and Evan would be starting to go through files and investigate this senator.
Like, we just
connection.
got here. It doesn't make narrative sense for me to like leave immediately.
Right.
Like,
Do you have any files?
I've
Like,
got
that's
I've
the
got
thing
the
that I
files
asked.
on there, and I can connect you with the detective that was the lead on one of these cases.
Yeah,
She
let's,
lives
like,
next
can we
door. She's my key relationship.
Yeah, we're just gonna set up a little thing here
Okay.
on your coffee table and start going through.
Oh, which
records.
coffee table? The mahogany or the oak?
The cherry
or,
wood.
or the glass-topped infinity table.
Glass top, good for taking notes.
You
All right,
also use the
excellent.
marble kitchen island.
You get it, Evan. You're rich.
I'm not rich.
So
I get
the-
paid less
the-
than you.
The Marble Kitchen Island has been damaged by the gas explosion.
Right. So Evie, Evie, I'm gonna assume Fiza's not stupid enough to blow the 5-minute head start Evie gave her. So Evie's gonna take a quick look around to see if she's dumb, and if she's dumb, she's gonna beat a bitch's ass. If she's not dumb, Evie's going to go to Wallace Core.
All right, Fiza's very smart. You don't see her. All right.
Since when?
She is smart, but operating on less information.
Okay. She learned up real fast.
All right. So Evie, on your way to Wallace Court,
Uh-oh.
you get stuck in traffic. What? In a skimmer? Yes. Because you did not realize this at the time, but your route to Wallace Corp takes you right past the LA Cathedral. And even though religion has sort of fallen out of favor, it still means a lot to some people. And they have shut down some part of the city with a protest. There is a big crowd of activists and protesters in front of the cathedral protesting the currently underway Vatican III. So this is the Catholic Church. All of the cardinals and church leaders are convening in Rome to discuss any number of doctrinal questions. The last time this happened, they decided that yes, you can give mass in the vernacular. Hooray! Martin Luther King finally won 500 years later.
You can also eat meat on Fridays after that one.
Right. What they are discussing now, there's like, you know, a lot of other minor doctrinal issues, but the big one that everyone is paying attention to is the question, do replicants have souls? And while this is going on, there's a big crowd of empathist, so anti-replicant protesters, absolutely adamant that replicants do not have souls, and to even ask the question borders on blasphemy.
I see.
And they're making you late to Wallace Corp.
Well, Evie's drunk and full of bad decisions and pissed off. What better group of people that she already hates? She'll do our skimmers have cherries and berries like other cop cars, right?
You mean the flashing lights?
Yeah, that's
Yes.
sorry, that's slang for that. Cherries and berries, yeah.
You know, I was thinking twig and berries, so
Oh
mine
no,
was
no, no,
somewhere
no, no, no.
very
The
different.
red and blues, cherries and berries. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, she'll do what every
Sounds
fucking
a
cop
weirdo.
does on a traffic jam. I've seen it 1,000 times in LA. Flips on cherries and berries and brings it down to the
Okay.
protests.
Sure. It takes a little bit of time to get there because as much as people do want to get out of the way of the reds and blues, you know, there's only so many places that you can move in a traffic jam. But after about 20 minutes, you make your way to where the protest is.
So fun fact, you have to file forms to have a protest. Evie probably knows this. Probably been on the other side of the equation, but has there been any forms filed? Can I check that on my KIA to see if they are here illegally or not? Or can I disperse them?
Connections roll, please.
Excellent. Oh, sorry, I have advantage on. That's my bad.
Cheater.
It was left on last time. It's sorry. I will
All right.
roll
Well,
that.
so okay, go ahead and reroll.
Okay, I'll take it.
Okay. So they do have a pass to legally be here.
Okay.
But they have, so part of the reason that they have the traffic line or the traffic jam is that they've essentially sent up Mylar balloons.
They don't have permission to block traffic. Got it. Great. Evie's gonna park. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I will give you one more thing with your 2 successes. There are a couple uniforms on the ground watching the protest, looking at the balloons and doing nothing.
Of course they're not. Yeah, Evie will land her skimmer, get out. Visibly drunk, I think, at this point. And walk to the officers first. What the fuck are you idiots doing? Is this a fucking parade? Is this Thanksgiving? Is this Macy's? Are these Macy's floats right now?
All right, so important question. Evie, you're plain clothes, yes?
Yeah, well, Evie never wears a fucking uniform, so yes.
Ma'am, this is a legal protest.
Rep detect, sir.
So do you flash your badge?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Oh.
Yeah. Right from the tip to it is like boop.
Oh yeah. I'm so sorry about that, ma'am. Well, this is a permitted demonstration, and so
No. They're allowed to be here. This, and she points to the Mylar balloons. They're not allowed to block traffic. You should be arresting these idiots right now.
Oh, well, we certainly don't want to interfere with their constitutionally protected free speech, especially when they've got a point, man.
You know they have to file a permit to even be here, and the permit does not apply to blocking aerial traffic, which they are doing with their balloons deliberately, which has turned this from a free speech moment into an illegal fucking gathering.
Well, it's an important question, ma'am. A lot of people have a lot of strong feelings about this.
Fuck you. Just shoves him away and starts walking toward the line.
Okay. And so you sort of like looking over your shoulder, see him talk to his buddies like, she shot you. Yeah, did you do anything about it? I don't know. She's a Blade Runner. Like, what the fuck? Let's just keep an eye on her. I thought they were supposed to kill replicants.
She's gonna approach the line of the emphasis. Hey, which one of you dumb fucks is in charge?
All right. So, a man walks forward, probably late 40s, early 50s, very well kept gray hair, gray mustache. He's in essentially blue jeans, nice blue jeans, and a button down, and a Roman collar.
I have a follow-up question. Does he look familiar?
He does not look familiar.
Great. Just checking. Good. You. Hey, fun fact. You're not allowed to impede aerial traffic with your bullshit. This is now an illegal gathering. Disperse.
Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am. Can we help you?
I think I just told you exactly how you can help me. You can go fuck off and go home.
Oh, well, there's no real way to get the attention of anyone else except with the balloons.
Great. You're not authorized to use the balloons in this manner. If you wanted to hold them like the toddlers you are, that's fine. Be the toddler. You know, Disneyland, I hear, is great this time of year. Why don't you go there and be children instead of here right now?
Authorized by whom, ma'am?
The Los Angeles Police Department.
With all due respect, ma'am, I answer to a higher authority than that.
Ooh.
She has this just very thin smile. It's like, do you think God's going to help you right now?
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, I very much believe he will. Am I about to be arrested?
That's the best case scenario for you right now.
Well, I'll come quietly, I promise. And he looks, and you see that he glances over to a couple journalists who've got their cameras ready.
Oh, good cameras. Oh, would those happen to be Kill Magazine journalists, perchance?
Oh, I couldn't tell you, ma'am.
Oh, we're fans of each other. We're very familiar with each other. And she'll like lean past him and smile at the people with cameras, just like a big shit-eating grin.
Click, click, flash, flash.
Now, here's what's going to happen. You can tell your little friends to go have your little whatever this is, not here, or you can stop letting loose your stupid fucking balloons and ruining my night.
Oh, well. It's just your night then.
Yeah, that's all I give a shit about, because your god's not real.
Well, that's between you and him, ma'am. I've got nothing to do with that. But if you ever have a change of heart, the confession booth is always open.
Confession booth. I've got a confession for you right now, actually.
Well, if you'd like to go somewhere more private, I'd be...
Oh no, I'm
honored.
I'm happy to have this right here. Just a little moment, because God's everywhere, right? According to your shit.
Well, indeed he is.
Great. If you don't do one of those two options, I'm going to break your fucking nose right now. I'm not in the mood for this shit tonight.
Well, it's a shame that you haven't had a religious education. Otherwise, you'd know exactly how our Lord and Savior reacted to threats of violence.
Oh, turn the other cheek, I think, if I remember correctly.
I have but one nose to give for the cause, ma'am.
I'm not a theologist, but there was something about love thy neighbor in there too. Feels like you're on the wrong side of that particular commandment.
Oh, well, the theology is a bit complicated. But it all
Fuck
goes
this.
back...
She's gonna pull out her gun and pistol whip this dude. She's done.
All right, go ahead and give me a hand-to-hand roll, please.
I'd love to.
Is he even defending?
He does not defend. So yeah, you pistol whip this guy, probably breaking a couple bones in his face, drawing blood. He goes down. Click, click, flash, flash.
She'll fire a shot in the air. This is an illegal gathering. Time for you to disperse.
And so they look to the priest. And he's like, it's all right. We've made our point. So they will start pulling down the balloons, but you
Excellent.
can tell by the way that they are sort of packing them up. They totally plan to use these again.
That's fine. Evie will walk back to the useless LAPD. That's how you disperse a fucking crowd, you useless pieces of shit.
They got your picture.
Yeah, it's not the first time. Look at this is my caring face. Do you see it? Do you see how much I care?
We'd lose our jobs if we did that.
You didn't hear him threaten me with the wrath of the Lord?
Well, I mean, that's just talk, right? Like, he didn't actually hit you with a lightning bolt or anything.
I mean, you're not supposed to be able to threaten us at all, bud. Good work. Pats on the cheek, walks away.
Okay. So knowing that you are probably going to be on the cover of another anti-replicant magazine within the next couple hours, what do you do next?
She's gonna, now that she has cleared her fucking traffic jam problem, she's going to continue to Wallace Core.
All right. All right, and so Foster is leaving Wallace Core, so you would probably not cross paths. Okay. All right. Sorry, just the hamster is running as I get all my ducks in a row. All right.
Someone's in trouble.
That'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
To be fair, Evie got blackmailed into this job. Like, just so we're clear.
All right. So Evie, what do you do at Wallace Court?
She's going to walk right in to one of the front desk situation and be like, I need to speak with Miss Quell now. No, I don't have an appointment. I don't need one. And she'll flash the badge.
Okay. And they say, oh, yes, officer, right away. There's a little bit of scurrying. After about 15 minutes, you are led to the office. I think you've been in before?
No, Evie has never met Quell, does not know it. But yeah, Evie is one of the people not. In fact, there was a lot of discussion in Discord about how it's good Evie wasn't there.
Okay.
Hands would have
All
been
right.
thrown, I'm sure.
Yeah, yes.
All right, so you are led to a very nice, sparse office, where there is just this impossibly beautiful woman, doing something at a corporate desk.
Are you Quell?
The rep detective, what do I owe the pleasure of this visit?
Yeah, no. My name's Evie. We spoke.
We did.
Great. So here's what's going to happen. You're going to tell me why you knew that the team was sent and that its job was to capture, and instead I have a dead friend. I already broke a preacher's nose tonight, Miss Quell. You don't want to test me.
You know, ironically, Officer Javana, Neander Wallace calls those of my model his angels.
I've heard.
I do think an angel quite outranks a preacher.
Well, you're part of the same bullshit structure, so I think you deserve the same amount of respect I'd give any member of that particular religion, which is 0.
Something war in heaven, all right.
I've always been a fan of Venus, if that's the what you're implying here.
I thought we were talking about Miltonian theology, not pagan.
Oh, my bad. Sorry. I get things confused, especially after I've just been to my friend's memorial. You know, Dutch.
I do. What is it you want to know?
I want to know why you knew. And why you, like, what's your relation? I don't know. Let's start at the beginning. What's your relationship to my former partner?
We were seeing each other. He intrigued me.
And yet you allowed a Black Ops death squad to come for us without alerting anyone involved.
You're making quite a lot of assumptions there.
You knew it happened. I talked to you earlier, Quell. You let it slip that they were only supposed to capture us, which means you knew about it.
I think you know everything there is to know then. They were, in fact, only supposed to capture. I hear they've been punished. Something about the LA River?
Oh yeah, we have their bodies apparently, and they've been autopsied. That's fun.
Does that not satisfy you?
No, because I have a feeling you know who hired them. If you knew they existed, then you probably know who hired them, don't you?
Oh, is that all you want to know?
Yes.
Genesis Wayland.
Oh, so she didn't just walk away, she hired them. Okay. Can I insight her, please? I would like to know if this is bullshit.
Go ahead.
Oops.
She's on the level.
You're fucking with Quell, you're fucking with the best.
Okay.
You know what? And with 2 successes, I will give you a little more insight. When she says, "Are you not satisfied about them turning up dead?" She was involved somehow. You know that.
I think
Just
Evie.
the way she says it.
I would say I think Evie Evie's in full, like she's at half resolve. A lot of stuff has come to light. She's full conspiracy mode. She already assumed Quell's the one who killed these people, but now it's kind of confirmed in her head for sure now.
She's not. She's a replicant. She's not supposed to be able to do that.
Yeah, no. That's like Evie's full. I said Evie is full conspiracy mode.
Carry on,
Okay.
then.
Okay. So you were able to take care of the people who did it. Not really though, because we're the ones who killed them, the ones that killed Dutch anyway. And then the other 3 that were in the river, I assume, were just there to murder some replicants who didn't kill Dutch. So I hate them for killing people, but fine. Where's Genesis? Why isn't Genesis dead? Oh, never mind. I know. She's a rich bitch. You can't touch them.
I imagine the press release will hit your KIA unit soon.
Oh, yay, press release. I'm sure it won't be just stuffed to the gills of bullshit.
Is there anything else I can help you with, Officer?
I want to
Tafana?
meet with your well, if you're his angels, does that make him God? I would like a meeting with God.
He is my creator.
Great.
I shall intercede, as is the nature of angels, and see what I can do.
Great. And one more thing, Quell, if I find out you actually had anything to do with the kill order being given, I don't think you have, but just a fun thing, I will burn down everything and anything to get revenge for the people I love and care about. And I have literally nothing to lose.
I wonder who will retire you.
Excuse me?
Nothing. Just an observation.
It's been lovely to meet you, Miss Quell. I see why Dutch liked you.
Thank you.
He deserved better than you. And then she'll turn and leave.
Okay. All right. Okay, so where are you headed next?
So I think Quinn did help her out. So in some sort of, even in her kind of unhinged state, she'll, like, she does like Quinn and does care about Quinn. So she'll turn up there
Okay.
after all the shenanigans.
All right, so that will happen at the beginning of night shift. So we will shift the camera to Cassius and Evan.
Would you like some more authentic Jamaican Blue Mountain?
No, I'm good. We just focus on the. Let's do some work.
There, Jamaican and Blue Mountain, different ones.
It's a little stale by now, but yeah, it's still far better than the coffee-flavored caffeinated beverage you're used to.
So Evan, what have you been able to piece together so far about this?
Well, it's a fucking lie.
Obviously, you're not paying anything. It's provided to you.
I haven't
but,
paid
I
anything
mean,
in like a year,
Okay,
at least.
so
I remember moving my stuff in here.
so who owns the apartment?
The senator.
Okay,
Who is dead?
who is dead?
Who's
Okay,
at least
who
a
took-
year
who-
dead. Or 10
who-
years dead, I think we learned last session.
Who took the estate?
Captain
Unclear.
Evans, I thought you said? Or the recap said Captain Evans.
Yes.
And he's dead.
Okay.
And his wife is dead.
Okay. So
And
just-
somebody else is staying in his apartment. And she's the one that solved one of these cases. And just said, I could live here rent free. She's actually very nice. Don't accuse her of what I just told you she did. She might kill you.
I'm not accusing anyone of anything until we have the appropriate amount of evidence. Okay. Who introduced you to this apartment?
I what do you mean?
Who said, Evan, this is where you live?
You've just always been here, Evan.
I figured that's why I'm making this face.
So you just knew to come here on your first day?
Well, I woke up here.
You woke up here.
Yeah, like always.
Okay.
Listen, it wasn't until I saw like LAPD like housing that for the first time that I thought this was weird.
No, Evan, I understand. It was normal to you until something fell into your lap. I get that. I'm trying to work backwards from here. We just got to find the most direct connection to this property. Like,
And if you look here on the documents for the senator, this apartment's not even listed.
this apartment doesn't exist.
Does the other apartment exist? The one that name of the other detective is staying in?
It exists in property records, but is currently listed as essentially derelict, unzoned.
Like a maintenance room, basically.
Yeah, basically.
And that's the same designation that this apartment has.
This apartment is not in the records at all.
At all. Okay.
Yeah, like
was
how
was it ever in the records? Like even going back to 10 years ago when
Listen,
the senator
I
was
just got the senator's records. I didn't get the building records.
go ahead and give me. So I assume you're doing research.
Yes,
to
I
pursue
would like
this.
to just be plugging. Like I'm wanting
Okay.
this to just be an investigation set, like shift. Like I'm just trying to gather information.
Absolutely. Connections roll, please.
Okay.
Do you want help on that?
I would love help. We're working together. Me
Helping.
and you.
Connections. Nothing.
Perfect. I got a 1.
Jesus.
You want to push?
Wait, let me push.
Okay.
Yeah. There we go. Much better.
All right.
Perfect.
So, what you find out, so the property existed in the records, in the post-blackout records, because obviously you can't go beyond that. So it existed as being under the ownership of Senator Bannister. Then he died,
Wait, wait,
and
In
this
the
property...
30s, he died.
wait, hold on 1 second. I'm sorry. Don't start. I'm pulling out the notebook.
Excellent.
All right. So the apartment
So,
went to
from
Bannister.
from the blackout onward was owned by Senator Bannister.
Okay.
Then he died.
Okay.
And then it seems as though people just sort of deleted this property from any necessary database. So it's like someone bought a 20-story hotel and then did the superstitious thing where they eliminate the 13th floor.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just gone.
So wait, are we Garibaldi right now on finding that missing floor?
Like the fish?
No, Garibaldi from Babylon 5.
Mr. Garibaldi.
Mr. Garibaldi, my good and dear friend.
My state fish is the Garibaldi.
From Babylon 5, Garibaldi has to find
You
the
know,
missing
Babylon
floor.
5?
No, I'm just fucking with
Would you like to see my favorite thing in the world?
Is it the motorcycle?
Have you not gotten to that episode?
I got to the one where he finds an entire floor on the station.
What
He
do
has
you
this
want,
really-
you moon-faced assassin of joy?
That's Londo.
He has a really awkward episode where he keeps asking people if they want to see his favorite thing in the world,
Isn't that a Daffy Duck poster?
and it ends up being a Daffy Duck poster, but it's like very clearly supposed to be like come across like he's asking them to see his junk.
Oh, there was one where it was just like an ad for like a early '90s motorcycle that he just had in his like apartment. He
Look,
spent like
they
the
needed
whole
funding-
episode like fixing
They needed
it out.
funding wherever they could get it for that show. All right, leave him alone. All right,
You know,
okay.
if the spaceship is 5 miles long, that's useful.
But he doesn't do anything. He just sits in his apartment.
All right. Babylon
So
5.
there's ships
best,
and bottles.
They're
Babylon
not
5,
working
best
boats.
science fiction TV show. I will accept no discussions or arguments or counters.
They're not 400-pound motorcycles.
All right, I know when he couldn't get a pound of butter shipped. Anyway,
Oh god. Okay. All right. So it was deleted from the database completely. It's basically a 13th floor situation, but this is not the 13th floor. Okay. Interesting. So
This is a warehouse for a
safe-
teen situation. I'll stop.
this is a safe house situation.
But for
Seems
10 years. But how long has he been dead?
about 10 years.
About 10 years.
Yeah, someone should have moved into here by now, other than me.
Reasonable
I
assumption.
mean, I almost invited
especially-
Dutch to live in here, but then someone offered him a couch, and
Have you swept this place?
no.
I'm gonna click my pen, close my notebook, and we need to sweep this place.
Make sure the door is locked, and put like a chair up against it.
Like with a broom?
Yes, and a dust devil, dustbuster. Whatever. No, for bugs and listening devices, cameras, things like that.
All right, go ahead and give me an observation roll, please.
Can I help?
Sure. Want to push that 3, buddy?
I will push that 3.
Oh no!
How
It
much?
had to happen.
How much do you have left?
I have 4. So
Oh,
I'm down to
who
3.
gives a shit?
Yeah, I'm good.
All
It's
right.
just like I'm starting to freak out about this. Like
The rest of us
How
are like
much-
teetering at like 2.
well, I got to go to sleep for a while in that nice coma. So
All right. So, Cassius,
Yeah.
you find a lot of cameras,
Uh-oh.
and this really, really excites you. Like, yes, you're onto something. You're right about everything. You've been right all along, and then as you're sort of just enthusiastically explaining to Evan all of your theories, you realize, oh, this was part of the 10-year-old security system. So, for a rich asshole arranging for private security, you realize, like, oh, wait, no, these cameras are where you would expect them to be. And they have not worked for 10 years.
They don't work at all.
Oh, with 2
Yeah, and-
successes, none of them are recent?
None of them are recent.
So there's
So,
no
okay.
footage of Evan talking to himself in the mirror about baseball?
No,
Thank
sorry.
God.
So, just to
And that's
confirm-
sort of
so-
the ego boost that damages your resolve.
Okay.
Or ego hit.
Sure. Okay. All right. Well, good news, bad news, Evan. Good news, no one's been watching you. Bad news, no leads.
I'll take that in this instance, though.
Um,
I'd rather not have them know that we're going through these files if there is a them.
True.
All right.
Okay.
So, is there anything that you would like to research
I
next?
just want to call up Alani to see if she's free.
Yeah.
She doesn't go anywhere.
So just to confirm, we've gone through the records, like the
Uh-huh.
the owner's records of this apartment, and we've gone
Mhm.
through the cameras. Nothing coming up on either of those of great value.
Right.
Okay. All right.
But
let's talk to this.
you're
talk to this
interested
person.
now.
Oh, you got your hooks in me. Yeah, bring that bring that person over.
Like
Let's-
Evie and a bigot.
What?
All right. So, since we are coming up the halfway point, a couple things happen all at once.
Uh-oh.
So, you all receive a ping on your KIA units. It's a news brief, and you're used to these news briefs. They like show up every so often, and you just like ignore. You don't want to ignore this one because it has to do with Genesis Wayland. So you read a very brief, like 200, 300 word article. Wayland Yutani has announced that Vice President Genesis Wayland has been promoted to Colony Affairs. She is expected to depart Earth by the end of the month for the colonies.
Oh.
And Quinn, you've had a nice, relaxing evening with Joshi. You've had dinner together. You've gotten some good sleep. Your KI unit, you get the same news ping. But then you get a phone call. It's from FISA.
Oh no. Quinn will answer it and put it on speaker.
Okay.
And just like kind of hush Joshi, like not verbally, but like finger to mouth.
Oh my God, Quinn! Quinn, are you there? Quinn!
Yes, I am. What
I'm
What's
somewhere
up?
in San Bernardino, and look, you're a cop, right?
Oh yeah, technically.
I just found a dead body.
What?
More than one, out in the desert.
Are they humans or replicants? Do you know? Don't touch anything. Don't contaminate the crime scene.
I can't tell by looking. That's why I'm calling you.
Good point. Oh. Give me just a second. And Quinn will look to Joshi like, what do I do?
I guess investigate. What was she looking into?
Quinn will make sure that the phone is muted so that Fiza cannot hear. Well, she's kind of looking into the attack that happened on the station where the ship was being built. She was posing as an intern, and she works for Kill Magazine.
If she works for Kill Magazine, you probably want to control the narrative.
Yeah, that's the problem, is she's claiming that she wants to write like on the side of the replicants, but I don't believe that because Kill Magazine is very anti-replicant, and if she is the worst person to have stumbled across the crime scene like this.
This is an opportunity. Don't let it. Who would she call next? If you hung up, who would she call next?
Probably her editor. Well, there goes a nice evening, I guess. Well, okay, I should probably get back to her call really quick. Hey, Fiza. I'm gonna assemble my team and get out there ASAP. Don't touch anything. Probably don't look at anything. Don't think about anything. Don't listen to anything. Just hide somewhere. So, in case the people who killed them comes back, you don't want to end up like a body there. That would be awkward.
Hey, Quinn. Quinn.
Yeah, yeah.
What do coyotes look like?
Like the animal or the people transporter.
They're all supposed to be dead, right?
What? The
Please just get
mate.
here.
Okay. Just they have a shelter somewhere. Okay. Okay.
All right, and that is where we will take a quick 10-minute break.
Okay.
All right, so yeah, we're gonna go get some water, pet the cat, and we will be back in about 10 minutes to resume the what the fuck just happened. So, Quinn has gotten a panicked phone call from FISA. Tanner is headed to Wayland Yutani. And you have all received the press release that by the end of the month, which is about 2 weeks out, Genesis Wayland will no longer be on Earth. So, let's start with Foster. So this is gonna start a new investigatory shift. Although, you know what, Foster, we didn't get to cover what you did this past shift, so let's do that now.
Okay.
So, after leaving the Love's office, where does Foster head?
Oh, he's gonna pick up a couple things on the way back to Holden's office, assuming he's there. Just coffee, donuts, the usual fare. The latest issue of Kill magazine with Evie on the cover.
Okay.
And I wanted to know if there's a way to. Does the KIA allow you to record, or would I have to go and get some other kind of recording device, like, as far as that's concerned?
To record? So, like, record a conversation?
Correct.
That's a pretty basic function, so let's say yeah.
Okay. So he'll put it on record before he walks into Holden's office, but beforehand he'll turn off all the notifications through the settings and stuff so it doesn't make any noise. He'll just slip it into his pocket. He walks in with a smile on his face and coffee and latest Kill issue. And he's
all
like,
right. So
hey,
you
boss,
walk
you
in.
here.
So you walk in, it's dark. And there's Holden coughing every couple seconds.
I got something for that cough there, boss. Hold on, coming at you.
So he's got a glass of booze in his hand. But you can tell just by the shape of the ice in it and the color of the booze, he hasn't been drinking it because the ice has been melting into it and diluting it. He's just been staring at a wall.
Let's pep you up, huh? Puts the tray down. He's like, are you still nursing that drink from the memorial? My condolences again. Once more, sir. Here, help me top you off. He puts in some more liquor in. If you want, I can mix it with the coffee. It's even better then.
So it seems to your perception that you coming into the room with full Foster energy has sort of snapped him out of whatever funk or fugue he was in. And so he's like, oh, looks at his glass, tosses it back, lets you pour him another one. Like, I shouldn't drink on the job, but who's counting?
Please don't even worry about it. Oh yeah, I picked you up some extra stuff too, by the way. He drops the Kill magazine cover on his desk. And you know that was gonna happen eventually.
Oh, fucking remind me. She's more trouble than she's worth some days.
I know, and look who she picked a fight with, but the empathist. Can you believe it? It's okay, Holden. You can tell me what you're thinking. I'm one of the good ones.
You are at that.
Can you believe the parade I just had to fly over here? They're talking about whether replicants, skin jobs, have a soul. Can you believe these people? It's so funny.
He looks a little thrown by you using skin job.
It's okay. It's fine.
Yeah,
you can say it too. Go ahead. It'll get this whole thing off your chest. Just go ahead and say it. I'm not gonna get mad. I can't get mad.
Right. That'll be unprofessional of me to do in this environment.
And what an environment! It's just you and me here. We're just having some drinks, right? He pours himself a drink and splashes some of it on the coffee.
All right. So you can tell that for today, memorial for an officer lost in the line of duty. He's not drinking bourbon flavored ethanol. He's opened a bottle of the real stuff.
There we go. This is the Holden I know and love.
Can I help you, Foster?
Hey, I'm just trying to pick you up, boss. I know you had a hard day with the memorial and all the drama around here. I mean, who can blame you? Yeah, I'll join you. How about that? Sit across from him and just, pour a drink. Try to drink him under the table.
Okay. Wow. Give me a stamina roll, please.
Stamina? Oh, boy. I'm just gonna, well, I'm not really good at those, so I'll try to do something else, like some sleight of hand if possible. Like I'll drink out the side of my mouth. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Oh, that's strong.
Yeah, sure.
Like that.
Stamina to hold your liquor, mobility to like pad your glass with ice to make it look like your pores are heavier than they are.
Diluted the coffee. Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not good. It's okay. I'm a replicant.
You gonna push it?
Sure. 2 successes.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
you rolled max on both dice. Well done. All right. So with that, we'll say that Holden, he's a heavy drinker because he can't really smoke. But thanks to your authentic branded internal organs, and your cute little bar tricks, you've got Holden loose, probably willing to talk about more than he would normally do, especially because this is just an emotionally raw day for him. So how would you like to take advantage of this?
I want him to just he'll fish a little bit and he'll be like, so tell me what's going on. What's happening in Holden's head right now? How can I help you?
What's happening? What's fucking happening is that I'm being torn apart by City Hall, by the Wallace Corp, by the Wayland fuckers, by my own squad.
Well, you're not wrong there, boss, but not to put too fine a point on it, it's actually Wayland who hired those mercenaries. Those, from what I understand, they were just general mercenaries that Wallace had in the past hired, but really, this was retaliatory, I think, for the air dock, the whole air dock fiasco. We should probably make that right.
In the old days, if some bullshit like this happened, we descend on them. The wrath of God himself and 100 SWAT units.
Maybe it's time for the good old bad days to make a return, he says.
That's not possible, son.
Why not?
People think Reptitech calls the shots in this city.
That's not the Holden I know. I've been here long enough to know you pretty well, sir. And I gotta say, I'm a little disappointed to hear you say that. You just came from Dutch's memorial. They killed one of us. They killed your golden boy. Are you gonna let that slide?
All right, let's game this out. I send 100 SWAT units to the Wayland campus. We dig up whatever the fuck we can, frame them for what we can't. What happens next?
They'd never mess with Reptitech ever again.
Or they shut down the fucking city. They call up the mayor, they call the governor, and our funding's cut by half.
You mean to tell me that they got the mayor in their pocket? I thought they were on our side. I mean, if they want to win their next re-election campaign, they need to back the blue, right?
Everyone's on their own side, and elections are expensive. And here's the thing. Department funding gets cut by half. What happens?
Hey, you know what else is expensive? Personal security, especially right now, post-blackout. If the governor and others like him want to operate inside of LAPD and they want an escort from A to B, guaranteed to protect them from Empathists, replicants, or whatever. Who else are they going to call? We might be able to sweeten that deal a little bit better, make it a little bit more of an incentive. I mean, with Wayland Corporation and Wayland Yutani throwing money around, they're burning more money than they are making at this point. I mean, look at all the stuff that just your Reptitech unit was able to catch them for. Illegal experiments, negligence. They tried to cover the whole thing up by killing the squad. Who's gonna, once it becomes known that Wayland Yutani is responsible for this heinous crime, who's actually gonna want to do business with them? The mayor? Even he has enough political know-how to not do something so foolish.
Great. I mean, newspaper that'll get public sentiment on our side. I can do everything you just described.
We can make it happen, I'm sure. Why don't you let me talk to some people? I've got a few friends here and there in the corporate world. We might be able to put our heads together and come up with something. What do you say?
You have as long a leash as you want on this.
Sounds perfect. All right. Hey, did you get that notification? You know what's that all about? Genesis Wayland is getting sent up into outer space? That's crazy talk.
Oh, I guess you're on a timeline. Once she's off-world, we can't get her.
Oh, well, you know what they say in space, what they say about space. No one can hear you scream.
Right. If you really want to job off-world, I'll see what I can do. I'd prefer to get her before liftoff, if that's all the same to you.
Not a problem. We can make it happen. Just gotta talk to the right people. Hey, here, try some of this. That'll help with the throat. Is there anything else I could do for you, boss?
Just your job, Foster. Just your job.
Right away.
Alright,
Takes
so
the stuff.
he takes the shot that you pour him and just sort of passes out.
He's
Just
had a
at
long
his
day. I
desk.
quietly shut the door and just
Okay.
quietly pad out of the office. If there's like
So-
the equivalent of a do not disturb, he puts that on the door,
So you don't like rifle his papers or go through his hard drive or anything like that?
Oh, I'm not good with tech, so I don't know if I were to do that, I'd have to make a roll?
So, observation
Sure.
to just sort of like rifle through the papers on his desk,
Oh, fuck that.
or tech to go through his email.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Hold on, I gotta push the shit out of this thing.
Oh God!
Push it to the limit.
God.
I'm taking some stress damage, just ogling stuff in here apparently.
Okay. Yeah, so.
Is there
What?
something that I see that causes me to
Yes.
become stressed?
So you find, let's say that you like poke around on Holden's own KIA unit a little bit. It's in his office, it's unlocked.
Yeah.
Because, why wouldn't it be? And so you find a couple pictures of him at campaign events, at semi-private fundraisers, the ones that you only learn about if you're on the right mailing list.
For the empathists.
Purely empathist candidates, and he's been sent the pictures by some people, and he will comment on them. These can't be made public, not with my job.
I take some photographs with my KIA, and then I quietly walk out of the office. I even tell his any secretaries or whatever, like, please leave Holden alone. He's had a very rough day. He needs to take a little bit of a rest.
Yeah, and so just the confirmation of how much your boss just fucking hates you, that's what throws off your resolve.
And he's just like, okay. Makes this next part that much easier. Goes and finds a quiet little place outside of the department, sends the info to Love, and says, "Oh, yeah, he's obviously anti-replicant, but I got you one extra." And then sends the photos and stuff like that, and the conversation about, "Hey, let's go get Genesis Wayland, etc." Edit it,
Okay.
edit that how you like, as creatively as you like. He says, for extra credit.
Okay. And so you get the response from Love. All right, he's out.
Thumbs up. Now he's just going to respectfully ask for a good offline doctor who can make it so that he never fails a baseline test again.
Okay. So they can get you doctors who can get you close.
Mm-hmm.
But if you really and truly ever lose your shit, there's no doctor who can cover for that.
Of course.
They will begin making those arrangements.
Excellent. I'll send a message over to. Do we all get the message? Oh no, Quinn was the only one who got the message about the.
Yes, and so
right,
now is when we catch up to Quinn in the timeline. So Quinn, you have just received the phone call from FISA. What would you like to do next?
Definitely message everyone. Hey, bodies found in the desert. And not say who sent the information.
Okay.
Just in case
That's crazy,
everyone's
dog.
like,
That's outside our jurisdiction.
but not say who sent the information, but just like
Okay.
they're being sent out there. And then grab all the tech that they'll need for investigating
Okay.
the bodies.
All right. How do the rest of you react to receiving this message? So, Tanner,
Yes.
you were going to the Wayland Yutani air dock, correct?
Could I find what I'm looking for at the headquarters?
At the corporate headquarters downtown?
Yes.
You do not know. Not without actually going there.
Okay.
I will say it will probably be easier for you to get what you want at the off-site campus for the sole reason there will be fewer people to deal with. Whereas if you went to the downtown headquarters, that's like a 150-story building that you have to wrangle full of people.
All right, then yeah, I would go to the off-site campus. I would be taking Wade with me currently.
Okay.
I believe he's still the head of security. Still.
Who knows?
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
All right.
I feel like he's
in
missed a lot of hours.
It's been a day, maybe.
There's
Still a
been
no-call,
some
no-show.
shakeups going on. Who knows? All right. So in that case, what I will say is, just as your skimmer is approaching the campus, is when you get Quinn's message.
I would do this first, and then go and.
Okay. What about the rest of you?
Evie's already on the way to Quinn's, so
Okay.
I think that's what she'll reply with real quick.
All right. Cassius and Evan.
What desert is in our jurisdiction?
Sorry, I want to clarify. Did Quinn say desert or just a body?
Both.
I thought it was they
they'll say
found bodies
which...
in the desert.
Is it? All right, I assume the answer to this is no, and that's fine, but, closed mouths don't get fed.
What?
Can I insight? Can I insight the desert part of the body being like, is this the same shit she was talking to us about earlier?
I would not make you roll for that.
Okay. She's still on the way, but yeah, cool. Context.
And then as far as Evan goes, the high desert jurisdiction wise, it's questionable. There's no law keeping force in the desert. No, it's like, so there's no Bureau of Land Management. So if it's not you, then it's the UN, and they're busy.
Are they replicants?
Quinn will message back, unknown at this moment.
Did they send you
Well-
photos of the bodies so that we actually know there's bodies?
No.
You know there's a squad of us, right? And gas is
Yes.
expensive. Get some details. And we can go in the morning. Otherwise, I think we'll have been like 4 shifts without a rest or something.
I do have a question about that also. The memorial counted as a rest.
The memorial. did
Oh, hell
count as
yeah.
a-
Okay.
Let's
Well,
get
then
some
in that
floodlights
case-
from Cold Stone Creamery.
So just to confirm, as of right now, it is Quinn, Evie, and Tanner all going to check this body.
So,
Tanner's doing his own thing
Tanner
at the
doing his own
Wayland
thing.
Yutani campus.
That's right.
I
at
want
the
to
campus.
I do want to clarify also that Evie's just on her way to Quinn's.
Okay.
Yeah. That is where Evie left off
The
with her last shift.
The desert is connected to the senator, though.
Is it?
Yeah, from Evan's memories, yeah.
Okay, well, in character, like, so, are you saying that in character?
Yes. Imagine I said it in character, though.
Okay. How's the center connected there?
I don't know. But it's the same way I know there's something fucky going on in this apartment. But I have even
Enough
less
for me.
evidence.
Not for me. Gives us
I mean,
reason
it's
to be
that or we
snooping
go to an
around
old
there.
boxing gym and ask about a guy who died there 10 years ago.
That sounds like tomorrow us problem.
Yeah, let's trick Quinn into riding with us so we can take her there on our way back.
Sounds good.
All right. And Foster.
Normally I'd be like, yeah, there's a case or whatever. Let's go see what's going on. Dead body, sure. But in between, since a combination of what he saw on Holden's KIA mixed with just do your goddamn job, Foster, makes him go. He's gonna delete everything off of his KIA and say, "Oh, I never got the message because I had turned off my notifications because I was with Holden that whole time." And he goes straight home for the rest of the last end of the shift. What he'll do is when he gets home, he'll pour himself a drink, light drink, and then he'll reach into a drawer, pull out a set of dog tags, and just look at them for a good while, and then put them away, and close the drawer. That's him interacting with his signature object,
Okay.
which I think is also a way of getting a point of resolve back, if I'm not
It
mistaken.
is. So, because we haven't really discussed signature memory or key relationship or signature object for this character on camera yet. So just, so what do the dog tags mean to you? What goes through your mind as you handle them?
He remembers the revolt on, I believe it was Mars. He remembers the dog tags that belonged to the other replicants who led the revolt and killed everybody there, the combat unit.
Fine. So just sort of like kind of bringing up old bad memories, but like they weren't that bad because they died, but they were your friends. So you've got the good memories and the bad coming together.
Yeah. Well, this one lived. This one went on to escape,
Okay.
but died later. off back on Earth.
All right. And so what does Foster think about what he's learned about Holden tonight?
Oh, well, you know, just another one, just another empathist working within the department, secretly despising him behind his back and, you know, smiling through his teeth. So he was correct in his assumptions. And he's like, well, if Joshi takes the position, then she's better aligned, but for better or for worse, to benefit his current relationship with Wallace. So
Okay.
a definite win in his mind.
All right. Cool. All right, so go ahead and take a downtime shift and regain a point of resolve. All right. The other four of you. Evie, you show up at Quinn's apartment.
So yeah, she'll hop out of the spitter and kind of
Have
just.
you ever been to Quinn's place?
Nope, never.
So nice. Real nice.
Wow, nice place, Quinn. I think. Oh, by the way, I think I should probably say this. Since she did pistol whip someone, I think there is very obvious bloodstains on her vest and skirt, where
Okay.
she wiped the handle of her gun off.
You are you okay? Are you bleeding? Is that your blood? Is
No,
that someone
no.
else's blood?
That's some ketchup. It's fine.
That doesn't.
So, Fiza sending us to find a body. That's interesting, right?
Wait, what?
Oh, see, I put the 2 and 2 together. Desert body, and I assumed it was the same person again. That's who sent that, right? Right, that's who found the body. Because it's not you, because you're here right now in this very nice place.
I can.
Is this your place or is this Joshi's place?
Oh, this is Joshi's place, but I can neither confirm nor deny that Fiza may or may not have been the one that sent me that info. But this Joshi pointed out that we should be in control of the narrative, and the best way to do that is to get there.
Okay, you should probably drive. I've been drinking. And she'll hold the keys to the spitter out.
You've been drinking and spinning?
Yeah.
Evie.
That is my name.
Quinn will just delicately like bap you on the head. Bad.
Yeah.
All right. Cassius and Evan, are you going with Quinn and Evie?
We're gonna drive separately.
Okay.
Why?
All right. So, we're gonna focus on Tanner for a little bit and then shift the camera to you four. So Tanner.
Yeah.
So you get the message from Quinn and decide to continue doing your own thing.
Correct.
Okay. So you approach Wayland-Yutani campus. And you can tell from the air before you land. It looks abandoned.
Okay.
So you don't see anybody walking on any of the pathways. You don't see any spinners in the parking lot. You do see a lot of signs of your fight that you barely survived. The scorch marks, bloodstains on the pavement. You see all of that. And you also see that the part of the campus where the replicants live, so their barracks and recreation area, is basically just a pile of rubble right now.
Oh. I'm gonna ask what's his face? Wade. I'm gonna ask him, can you give me some, can you get into the camera footage I want to know if they burned some replicants alive.
Yeah, I'll try. And so he uses his own KIA unit, and he's like, "Look, I got booted out a couple hours ago, but yeah, they. Oh shit. Oh, Priya's dead. Oh, they killed her.
Okay, so they did decide to. They basically killed a shit ton of replicants in this, correct?
Yeah, just all of them. Like they say it was an accident, but fuck, man, after everything you went through, like that wasn't no fucking accident."
So I'm gonna tell them. All right. So what we need to get this out. So I have a flash drive with me. We're gonna go
Okay.
in. We're gonna get the sleep experiment, and we're also gonna get this footage here, straight from their computers.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Well,
All right.
well, do you think this is right, Wade?
What the fuck? No, none of this is right. She didn't. Oh god.
Yeah. Let's do right by her name and figure this out and get some justice.
Yeah, man. Okay.
So I'm gonna try to find some sort of terminal. I'm going to assume these terminals are all connected in some way, shape, or form, even to the lab stuff. Like they're all on basically the same network. Am I wrong? Or
Yeah. So there is an Esper network that functions across the campus. So like a company intranet. It connects like all the machines in the building to each other, but is sort of closed from the outside. So basically, if you were trying to hack in, you wouldn't get anywhere, but now that you are boots on the ground, you have a lot more access.
Gotcha. So can I actually get into the place? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
So what place are you trying to access?
Well, I'm trying to get into. Okay. To get to the computer. I'm sorry, I'm drawing a blank right now. But yeah, I want to get to the computer to potentially upload this information. Can I get into the building to do that? That's what I'm trying to ask.
All right. So Wade can get you into the security building, no problem. Because they didn't change any of the codes before they just abandoned ship. And so there's an Esper unit in there. Yeah, I know Ben picked up on that. So there is an Esper unit in there. But it might be difficult to retrieve the data you want.
Okay. How so, may I ask?
Essentially, someone like whacked it with a magnet a couple times on the way out. So, go ahead and give me a tech roll. You can have advantage because you have Wade with you.
I'm also fairly good at this, so.
All right, and the more successes you roll, the more information that you will be able to retrieve.
Okay. So, tech. Ooh, I'm going to re-roll that one if I could.
You cannot re-roll ones.
That's dumb. Okay.
You can try and re-roll the other dice. You've got 2 d10s.
No.
You can try and push those because if you get it a little bit higher, you get more successes.
Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it.
She's trying to trick you.
I know, but like I could probably but it's only 3 dice.
She's trying to trick you.
It's only going to be 2 dice that you reroll, and it's the ones that are already successes.
So
Well,
no.
so if you roll a 1,
You're rolling on d10s. You are not getting 10s on both of those.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah, so you rolled a 1 right now. That won't carry forward on the pushed roll.
Okay.
Because you only take damage if you roll 1s on pushing.
Okay. No, they're both successes now. So
Two successes is great.
Yeah, I'll stick with what I have.
Okay. So in that case, you recover some records from I-10 Banks detailing the deaths of subjects who, based on the way that he talks to them, are clearly replicants. So it is unclear that it was specifically cryosleep experiments, but clearly he was doing something that resulted in dead replicants. You retrieve enough data to be sure of that. You also get 30 seconds of outdoor security cam footage of the attack. So just big, like, stormtroopers essentially swarming the campus. Gunshots, screaming, 30 seconds of that.
So I would have. Could I get specifically the replicant area and that particular place?
We'll say that what you get is the van spinner that they showed up in that you escaped out of. You see that landing, and you see them pouring out, and you can hear off screen the gunshots and the screaming begin.
Okay. Okay.
So clearly something bad has happened, but a lot of it has to be done by inference, but you do have really solid evidence right now.
Okay. I'm debating whether to push it a little bit and try for another roll if I could.
Well, so you couldn't re-roll this because this has already been resolved. But if there's another place that you wanted to investigate, you could get another, I guess, bite at the apple.
Okay. Actually, there were labs upstairs, if I remember, because I remember chucking nitro tanks down.
That is correct.
Could I go up there and investigate a little bit more? Maybe another Esper. They obviously labs have computers, right? Maybe I can look on there and see if there's anything there.
Okay. Sure. So I'm not gonna make you try and make a security roll or anything to get past the doors. Because the doors are pretty fucking damaged by everything you did. And so what's your resolve at?
My resolve is at 3.
Okay. You don't lose a result. You don't lose a whole resolve point. But this is pretty difficult as you return to the scene of, wow, I almost died here.
Oh, obviously. Yeah.
And clearly no one has bothered to clean up any of the blood. The bodies are gone, but the smears and the damage still remains. And you go upstairs to where you remember the cryosleep experiments. And the pods are there, but they're empty.
Could I upload any data from any of the computers here?
Give me another tech roll, please.
Mom beat. And can I have Wade help me out with this as well?
Wade cannot help you with this because this is not his purview.
Okay. Tech. Come on. Fuck.
You want to push that 3?
Yep. Oh, fuck. Oh, man.
So much origami.
Yep. Oh, man.
You stole my
Alright.
rolls.
Is that 2 resolve loss?
No, because
just one.
He rolled the 1.
You rolled the
begin
1.
with.
That's right. Okay, you're
Yeah.
right. You're right. Okay.
So I said earlier I wasn't going to dock you a resolve for
But now,
returning
yeah.
to the scene of your trauma. I take that back.
Yeah.
You're just too thrown off your game to really be able to focus because you keep getting distracted by my friend died here. I almost died here. And you're just not really a functional person for the next little bit.
Okay. So the last thing I'm going to do, this is a pretty easy thing that any person could do. I'm just going to take a picture of the cryopods
Okay?
with my KIA unit,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to dip out. Mean Wade.
All right. Okay, so we shift focus to the mod squad. The what? I don't know. What does that say? People we made burn in
Have to team kill. Eric's familiar with this list. It's from his Delta Green game. Every name on here starts with a W.
That's just Wade.
Oh, Wild, which was Ambrose. Sorry, Ever.
All right.
Wait, what? Oh, that's right. The W's.
So, it is night shift. You land in the desert. And you are all city people. This is really the first time you've ever been significantly outdoors. Yes?
What about me?
Oh, we're getting to you, Evan.
Oh, I'm not people.
That's what this whole game is about. So, that being said, yeah, so you are all city people. You're not used to being outdoors. You're not used to the utterly overwhelming feeling of the night sky and its stars, distant and crushing at the same time. And just the expanse of being able to see to the horizon. And there's nothing. Just dirt and sand, maybe a cactus here and there. And you know where to land because Faiza was able to send you GPS. And she meets you there. And she says, "Oh, thank God. Thank you so much for coming. I don't know what to do." And so you see sort of off in the distance, there's a concrete and metal structure. Other than that, so there's a ridge. There's a decaying, rusted truck on the ridge. Yes, Evan? Yeah, Evan, you don't like being here. You are incredibly uncomfortable.
Oh God, I hate that, Steve. That's terrible.
Sorry.
I'm gonna lower my resolve now just because of that.
No. It's what Rachel said.
Oh.
That was for the future.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll say it too then. Not better.
What?
So if you roll a 1 on your initial roll, it still counts as damage.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I knew that from Twilight 2000. It's to make ones punishing, like because ones are the only things that really.
Ones are real bad, apparently,
Okay.
y'all.
All right, well, so I'm gonna.
Guess
I'm gonna
who's never pushing a roll again? The guy who's doing it
All right,
twice.
so-
Me.
I'm gonna keep the rule as is for the rest of the session.
Okay.
And we'll use the actual rules starting next week because I
Sounds
totally
good.
misread that.
Yep, sounds good to me.
Okay.
Oh boy, that's bad for Evie.
We all be sound for the funny farm by now.
Evie for sure. Evie would have been at 0 resolve at this point for sure.
Repeatedly.
All right. So Faiza says, "Yeah, no, look," and she shows you the almost mummified body of a man, jeans, a flannel shirt, a camera around his neck.
This motherfucker's been dead forever. What are we doing here? Go call a
Evan.
forensic anthropologist.
Looking at him, you remember how he died.
Oh no.
Who remembers?
Evan remembers watching this guy die,
Oh no!
watching another replicant murder him.
Oh no!
What? I missed that part before.
Yeah. It was at the very end of your backstory. A photographer was menacing a replicant who snapped,
Oh, I do
killed
remember.
him, and ran away.
That's a human, not part of our purview.
Evan. No.
Listen,
Where-
I'm gonna turn to her. You're gonna be in trouble for wasting police resources.
Oh, no, no. She's in trouble for something else, Evan. Don't you worry.
Are you drunk?
It's
No.
okay. She didn't drive. I did.
Can you walk in a straight line for me?
Oh, I didn't realize. Have they demoted you to traffic cop? Is that where we're at?
Excuse me. I'm sorry. Apologies. Just gonna go ahead and jump in here, just really quick. We've had a lot of stuff going on recently, but I think we've kind of forgotten that we are investigators at the end of the day. So we have a body in front of us that was sent to us, essentially. Am I right? Looking at Quinn, like you were told about this by somebody.
Faisa's right there.
So, Fiza, you just happened across this body in the middle of the desert that's been here for ages?
I was investigating the secret off-world. I thought that they were kidnapping replicants to send them off-world, but then I got here because this is where they were bringing them, and this is what I found.
Okay. Perfect. Excellent. Turn around for me, please.
Are you gonna shoot me?
I might.
No. No.
Wait, you gave away your keys but not your gun?
Are you gonna take it from me, Evan?
Hold on,
It's right
out of
here.
character, have we heard about Evie's traffic incident yet?
You have not.
Okay, because if I
There's
had,
probably
I have a
some.
killer zing, for that traffic cop line.
There was probably some chatter about disturbance at the protest. Some drunk lady. Oh wait, no, she's rep detect. Abort. All right, they're ending the protest.
So,
I'll let it slide.
Fiza, turn around for me, please.
Can I just back up?
No, because you are under arrest.
I didn't kill him.
You are alone with a dead body in the middle of the desert, so just make this easy, okay?
No, make it hard, Fiza,
He
please.
clearly died years ago.
Okay.
You should resist arrest, actually.
Let's not
Easy.
escalate this situation, please, okay? Matter of fact, work the body for me, okay? All right?
I'll do it. I love bodies.
Yes, Quinn, excellent. We wanted a forensic mind. Quinn, get as much detail on that.
You said
Piece of leather?
bodies, right? We were told bodies in the desert.
Yeah, that's what I understood.
There's
Fiza.
one.
Yeah, over by the car, there's another one.
What
Fuck's sake.
car?
The rusted out one on the ridge.
Yeah, that one.
You know that Jeep over there.
The rust got it. Excellent. Okay,
Is-
sorry. I was like, did you drive a car over these bodies? Like, okay. Got it.
That's what I
Okay.
say. It's probably too dark for Evan to know it's a Jeep.
I am going to, as calmly as possible, not trying to escalate or make this any more than it needs to be, but I am wanting to handcuff and put Fiza in our spinner.
Once she shows us all the bodies.
Alright, fuck. Fine. So, essentially, you have guns. And there's 4 of you and just 1 of hers. So, she knows what those odds are like. And so she will, relent to being put under arrest. But also, if you want to have her lead you to the other body, before you handcuff her, she will also do that.
Oh no, we can have it cuffed. Listen, cooperate, and we won't let Evie drive you home.
Oh my god, I called Quinn! Why would I have called Quinn if I was up to something bad?
You
We can't
invaded
explain all
our
the mysteries
friend's
of the criminal
memorial, you
mind.
piece of shit, for your fucking story. Fuck you.
Okay, Evie.
I'm a
Evie.
journalist, it's my job.
Fuck you too, Cassius, you piece of shit. Whatever.
Yeah,
Evan, let's go
that's-
check out this other stupid ass body.
Evan's on top.
The body didn't do anything to you. Why'd you have to call it names?
Quinn, I swear to fucking God, I don't have the patience for this weird shit tonight.
Alright, Quinn. Give me... Oh, you already gave me the medical aid roll. Okay. Alright. So, Quinn, you examine the body. It's real easy. Gunshot to the heart. That'll kill you every time.
You know, except for when it doesn't.
And so up on the ridge, the body here is in much worse condition, probably because it's been a little more exposed to the wind and the elements. So this one is closer to a skeleton, but there are tatters of a tracksuit. And Evan, you also remember this person dying.
Yeah, so he got shot from over there, pointing at a spot where he clearly can't have told that from there.
Evan,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna tell this to anyone right now, but you need to tell me how you knew that. Is that your old memories? I know you got your memory written. I have Duchess files.
I don't know. My memories got erased. You just
But
see?
you just told me a story about a very old body that I'm pretty sure you didn't shoot.
I just did what?
You just told me how this person died, but there's no way you should know that right now. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? I know I've been drinking tonight, Evan, but I'm pretty sure there's no reason you should know how this person died in the desert.
Out of character, Ben wants to mess with you, but Evan would not. So
Hey.
I'm really fighting that urge.
Good choice. Evan, I'm not gonna snitch on you. If your old shit's coming back, I'm not gonna snitch on you. Just tell me what's going on.
Listen, there's one more place I think I know where there's a body, but we have to climb on a roof to find it.
Okay.
That
And
roof.
then hold on.
I think if
Before-
we find it there, that'll answer the question of have I been here before?
Great. And then you'll tell me what the fuck's going on.
If
right?
I know what the fuck's going on, yes.
Cool. And
Because currently I
wa-
don't.
She's gonna grab Evan's face so like he's focused on her. Also because she's a little shit faced. I promise I'm not gonna rat you out.
complete like poker face at you.
Yeah, I'm not going to rat you out for this, okay? This will be just you and I will know this, okay? I promise
If you
you.
rat me out, you'll be stuck with Foster and Cassius.
You didn't need to threaten me, bud. I'm on
Alright.
your side.
So Quinn and Cassius, you sort of see Evie and Evan having this very intense conversation.
Are they okay? Do you think Evie's probably a little, like drunk?
Evie's doing Evie. Don't worry about her. And Evan's there. He knows what he's doing. You keep up on that body. I'm gonna just go ahead and I'm gonna move Faiza to the spinner and put her in the back.
Okay, well, I don't think she had anything to do with this. She's been wanting to investigate the desert for a while. So just please be kind.
Absolutely no. We're just doing things by protocol. We have someone in the middle of the desert with some bodies. We're gonna cover our bases. Okay. All right. Just this way, please, Faiza. Okay. Again, don't worry. Just don't worry. Everything's gonna be just fine. I'm gonna
Alright.
put her in the back of the patrol or the back of the spinner. Close the door on her side. I'm gonna go around and I want to get in next to her.
Oh my god, this is why people don't like cops.
No, Blade Runner.
Okay, same, but more.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. Were you thinking that I was wanting you to like me?
I was thinking that, I don't know, maybe we could work together?
Okay, all right. So here's the problem. When people find bodies in the middle of the desert, they do a couple of different things. One, they call people they trust or know, who are not part of law enforcement. Typically, you are a reporter. Is that correct?
Yeah, I work for
Yeah.
Kill Magazine.
Okay, so you would be communicating mostly with your boss, most likely, anything like that. And when you do finally call it in, you would not be calling someone directly. You'd most likely be calling into dispatch, things of that nature. So here's what I've got on you. I have you in the middle of a desert with at least 2 dead bodies, and attempting to contact an officer that you've had some communication with prior to come to the scene. Yeah, these bodies have been here for a while, but that gives you the opportunity to do anything that you may need to do to cover your tracks leading up to now, which gives me everything I need to refill those tracks in behind you. So, hi, welcome to Rep Detect.
You are ice cold.
Smoke.
Take the cigarette.
Okay. So, I'm sure we will be able to work together, but it's not in the way I'm assuming that you think.
Alright, so what do you want?
I don't know. Haven't decided yet. You sit here for a while. I'll figure it out. And then I'll get out and I'll close her in the back of the patrol car.
She takes a couple puffs on the cigarette and then just very deliberately puts it out on your upholstery.
Before I leave, that's fine. Before I leave, though, I do want to make sure that I've taken like any communication devices off of her.
Okay, so noted.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm gonna let her sit with the knowledge that I can basically make up any story I want right now for her.
Okay. Evan and Evie. You take the easy way up, taking a spinner to the roof of this building.
I assume Evan drives.
Much easy. My car currently has a girl in the back of it putting out cigarettes.
Oh, ooh boy. Well,
Yeah, not my car.
there's some sloppy driving afoot then.
Okay, and it doesn't matter. Like, who cares if you drive drunk in the desert? You're not gonna hit anything.
Hey, who cares? While we're flying, there's nothing up there to hit.
Exactly.
Isn't that what the movie Flight? Isn't that the plot of the movie Flight?
No, the plot of the movie Flight is very different. It's about a man's struggle with alcoholism. I was quoting a Ron White segment of Reno 911. Let's move on.
Alright, so moving on. You land on the top of this building.
Much
And
easier
you
than last
know-
time we were here.
Exactly. And you look at, sort of like this dip near a vent. And you remember spending an entire night there, Evan, hiding from people with guns.
Evan,
you-
but oh, sorry.
And when you find the third body, that's when all those memories really start coming back. They're just in bits and pieces. It's like a hard drive. When you delete some files and then rewrite them with other ones, those files are still there, buried deep, deep down somewhere. So your memories aren't complete.
I have the memories, but not the pointers to the memories.
And they
Yes,
just
Thomas.
come to you unbidden.
Oh no.
Oh shit.
But
Oh no, I have that gun.
yeah, so everything that you had to suffer through in your prequel story,
Uh-oh.
yeah, you remember all of it now.
Uh-oh. Evie's
That's not
probably
good at
about...
all.
Oh no, I'm about to lose a bunch of resolve.
You are not
Oh, thank
a
God.
year old.
Oh.
You're fairly certain you're a replicant because with these memories coming back to you come other memories of being on a table in a surgical ward and voices. Now that you've spoken to Quell, it might have been her talking. Things about experiments failing, or having to be retrieved, or saved, or preserved. You have more memories than just these locked away somewhere in your head.
Oh no.
It's almost like they used your mind as a chalkboard, just scribbling down whatever they wanted and then erasing it whenever they wanted. So you're coming to this realization in front of Evie. So, play that out how you would like.
Yeah. I'll let Evan start because I want to know what that looks like to Evie.
I don't even know. All I can think of is like a combination between like a grand mal seizure and Benedict Cumberbatch's Sherlock putting the pieces together. Like
Okay.
uncontrolled like movement, like head movement, hand motions. And it's very frantic and erratic.
So in that, like, Evie does have some medicine skills. So I think she probably can spot a seizure and kind of knows that this isn't that, and decides best case is to block the vision of what Evan's going through with her body,
You
so
should
that
get
the
off
other
the
two
roof.
can't see what the fuck's going on.
You should get off the roof.
No, she's not going anywhere. She's kind of watching, and like if she needs to intervene, like that's kind of where she's at. Like the drunk is kind of faded because adrenaline has kicked in watching someone go through something, right?
Oh, I thought you were going to say
Um,
another drunk at the party has thrown up and the instincts have kicked in.
yeah, I mean kind of that, but this is actually more like in deep into her history. Her instinct is to take care of people, people she cares about. So she sees this happening and is like, okay, can't let anyone else see this happen because this is a replicant losing their shit. But I need to be here to like be here for what's ends up happening.
And I think it would go on until Rachel decides it's over. I don't know how long this would last for. It could be. I don't know if he's processing stuff. I don't know. Like,
So this is your character, and so I will leave it up to you.
it's what 10 years of memory suddenly come flashing, come back. What's
More
his
like-
What's his actual name?
Oh, no, you've kept the same serial
Oh,
number.
sick! They didn't replace my eyes.
Yeah, so... And it's not necessarily that you've got 10 years of memories coming back to you. It's more like you've got 5 years of memories coming back to you. Knowing that there's another 5 years locked away somewhere.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
that's frightening.
That's much better.
Yeah, way better. So once Evan's like done with the almost season. No, go ahead.
I was here,
Okay.
and she was here.
Who's she? Oh, the dead one?
I actually can't remember your character's name.
I don't remember it either.
She had great face makeup, though.
Thank you.
And she tried to distract them for me. And then they killed her.
Okay.
And then I hid over there like a coward.
It's not cowardly to live, Evan.
And now I'm back. And they made me a cop.
Evan, I need
And
you.
they
I need
made
you.
me hunt my own.
Evan, I need you. What I need from you right now. Why were you all out here? Why are there bodies here? What happened?
They were hunting us for sport.
Okay.
She wasn't quite right with, at least not back then. It wasn't a nice little getaway thing. It might have been what they told people to get them out of here. But I watched 2 dozen replicants die that day.
So that's why they rewrit you. Okay. Okay. This is just our secret, Evan. You can't
I
tell
still
the rest.
don't know why the senator was involved out here, but he's involved.
I mean, it's a senator. It's a politician. That means money. That means he's probably one of the people hunting. That's my assumption, anyway. I don't know what you're remembering. But this is
You-
this. Sorry.
Absolutely remember now, Evan, that the senator was one of the shooters.
And he died in the desert, didn't he?
No,
Huh.
he died later.
Interesting. The senator was here. He stood right over there on that platform.
Okay. I'm sorry. I was shitty and dismissive earlier, Evan. This is important to you and to me.
It's okay. You're all special in your own ways.
That's not what I was going for, bud. But what I was gonna say is, you can't tell anyone else about this.
Well, I
They'll
have to, I
retire
have
you.
to tell Cassius.
You can't, especially not him, especially not Cassius.
But he's helping me investigate the senator.
He cannot be trusted.
Well, that's going to make the rest of this really hard.
Feed him what you need, because he is a good investigator. But if you tell him that you're remembering your old life, do you know what's going to happen to you? I think you know what's going to happen to you. They're either going to rewrite you again or retire you. That's what they do when you remember. So would you like to be a new person again or die? Or would you like to not do either of those things and trust me?
I guess.
Evan.
Yes.
Give me an insight roll, please.
Oh, come on. The compulsion is killing people is gone. That's what I'm hoping for. Fuck!
Good thing that rule's not
Oh,
starting till
don't
next session.
I have to push it for that one to affect, though?
So I've been ruling it that way. That is inconsistent with the way the books have it. So if I'm reading it correctly,
If I push a roll and I already had a 1, it still counts for stress.
yes. So essentially, you leave the roll as is. You do not incur stress. If you push it, the 1 carries forward and will incur stress no matter what.
Yeah.
Taking that 1.
But I misread the rule, and so because I like consistency when I run, the rule is, at least for right now, if you want to push it, we're not going to count the 1. Next week it will be different.
Next week we're all fucked.
No, I'm not going to push it anyway, just because...
Okay. Well, also, 1 success is enough for you to realize. Yeah, Evie's absolutely correct.
I knew she was
replicants-
correct.
And that replicants in your situation would be required. But you've already been in this situation. And you weren't retired. Something about you is really valuable to Wallace Corp.
Does Evan tell Evie that?
No.
Of course not.
And I think that's the note we're gonna end tonight on. All right. Thank you all so much for playing. I got to play around with some of the reveals that I have wanted to reveal for a long, long time. Thank you to audience. You have been delightful as always. Thank you to my players. I always love the energy that you bring to these characters. It is a delight to run for you all. So if we just want to do one quick round of who we are and when we can see faces next, in the normal order, take it away.
Holy fuck. Damn. Everybody, I've been Quinn. You can find me here, same time, same place. Next week, I guess that implies same time. Anyway, you can find me all over the internet as I am Changeling, and you can find me on Etsy at Thornkind, where I sell very, very gay stickers.
Oh shit, that's me. Sorry. Hi, hello. I am Aaron. Tonight I played Evie Tafada, who is not so much slowly losing her mind as kind of speed running, losing her mind. That's not my fault. I'm just, taking things as they come. You can next find me Sunday actually at 10:30 Pacific. I'll be over at Lost Caravan RPG playing Locust for a one shot. I'm gonna be playing a total Thembo, just smooth brain. It's gonna be a great time. We're kind of doing cabin in the woods vibe. So it's gonna be a good time. And I think that's it for me until next Friday. Oh shit, that's so true. I will, for those in the green room for Rachel's server, I will be dropping a pitch soon for another stream on this channel. So it'll start there and then it'll expand outward as interest wanes or waxes.
Hi, Ben, Big Dad, playing Evie A6U, also known as Evan, right now. Got my memory back, right here. That's right. I've had this on my desk for a year and a half, just for this one bit that I didn't know about. I enjoy playing Evan. If you hate the Supreme Court right now, that sucks. Supreme Court sucks. I don't know where I'm going with this.
All of their names and addresses are available on the internet.
Hey, I'm Eric at Modern Recluse. I played Foster, who's playing with fire as always. It's a blast to be here, and I'll be here next week at the same time.
Hello, my name is Leo. You can find me here on Twitch at Leo the Black for shenanigans. And today I played Tanner Rigo. The next time you can find me is going to be next Friday, playing this game. So, still debating on where I'm going to take the information to, or should I just let it spread, do it myself?
Use your team.
My team fucked me last time.
What do we do?
Asses.
What I do?
What did I do?
The fuck did I do?
All
You
I'm
know what
saying-
you did, Cassius. Don't
You
fucking
know what
play
you damn
innocent.
did, Cassius. Let's just say he hasn't forgiven you about the very first case that we did.
Everything Cassius
here.
does.
Cash is like, "Oh, hey Tanner, go get a warrant." I get a
Yeah.
warrant. It instantly gets freaking, and then you're like, "You want? Just throw your hands up." No, Cassius, go fuck yourself.
I'm an angel.
Grudges hurt you as much as they hurt the other person, Tanner.
Like this dude I work with
No.
that will never trust me when we play Resistance Avalon because I lied too much when we play Werewolf. We lost the last game because of this dude.
Everything Cassius does he's done for the group.
Okay.
So greater good.
I mean, I will say, Tanner, you probably don't want to face internal affairs by your onesie.
You're
No,
not
no, no,
wrong.
no.
I
Don't
agree.
believe her. It'll be great, and we won't all laugh the whole time.
Don't worry, Tanner. They're gonna be way more interested in Evie than Tanner after this.
So I actually have a plan for that. So we'll see how it works.
Oh no.
They're gonna bust Evie down to financial fraud.
By the way, I'm Steve. Pronouns are he, him. I played Cassius, also pronouns he, him, and I actually did some investigation and tried to help one of my fellow Blade Runners, and in using our position to take enemies and turn them into assets, like a good Blade Runner.
This motherfucker right here. Do you hear this shit?
Alright, I have been your game runner. My name is Rachel. You can find me Stolen Fires pretty much everywhere on the internet. And so you will find me here on Monday running Victory, Vigilance, and Sacrifice, a Dragon Age RPG that Steve is also in. They're going to Orlais! Hooray! That won't be difficult.
They go to Disney World?
Yes, they are. You threw me off, Ben.
They're going to Orlais.
I also stream Dragon Age on Wednesdays when I feel like it. Yeah, and we've been trying to get the BattleTech game up and running. That's not really gonna work out, I don't think. So watch this space for a new Thursday show. Other than that, we will see all of you next week. So good night, everybody.
Happy last day of Pride. Here's your last chance to do crimes.
No, you can keep doing crimes. That's not an endorsement from Mick.
3 hours left on the West Coast.